Yo, what's up guys, it's UCHURIUM here, and I'm coming at you with another video. In this video I'm talking about Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and I have a theory as to why Galactus looks like this rather than his original comic book form. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and leave a like and subscribe. Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer is a movie released in 2007. It grossed over $300 million on a $100 million budget and had a pretty negative reception with critics and audiences alike. One of the main criticisms I see about the movie is that it misrepresented one of the main villains, being Galactus. In this movie he is depicted like this, and in the comics he looks like this. I have a theory on why he looks different in the movie. When I was a kid, I wasn't too into the Fantastic Four movies, but recently I watched a video about the origins of Galactus and Silver Surfer. In that video, it explains how Jack Kirby, the creator of Silver Surfer and Galactus, was inspired by God from the Bible to create Galactus.
In 1966, Stan Lee told his fellow comic scriptwriter and artist Jack Kirby that he wanted the villain in the story that was seeking to destroy the Earth to be God. Lee stated to the Fantastic Four, quote, "Have them fight God." And what was Jack Kirby's response? He declared, quote, "I went to the Bible and I came up with Galactus."
My stories are people's stories. And there's elements in my stories that are very, very real. And it doesn't matter what the subject is. And of course, for some reason, I went to the Bible. I came up with Galactus. And there I was in front of this tremendous figure who I knew very well because I've always felt him, and I certainly couldn't treat him in the same way that I would any ordinary mortal. And I remember in my first story, I had to back away from him to resolve that story.
So Galactus is based off God, and Silver Surfer is based on the fallen angel Satan.
And of course, the Silver Surfer is the fallen angel. And when Galactus relegated him to Earth, he stayed on Earth. And that was the beginning of his adventures. And they were figures that had never before been used in comics. They were above mythic figures. And of course, they were the first gods. And I began thinking along those lines. And the new gods evolved from those lines. And I began to ask myself, everybody else had their gods, what are ours?
This reminded me of the movie we're talking about today, and it kind of answered a question I never really had. So in the movie Fantastic Four Silver Surfer, the filmmakers were portraying God, not Galactus. And that's why Galactus' appearance was changed to just be clouds. And Silver Surfer is visually shown to be an angel of light like Lucifer. So the movie is kind of about Lucifer coming to Earth to save humanity from God. I know it's a goofy movie, but I remember seeing movies back then about Galactus and how people didn't like how he looked in the movie, and about how many comic book fans were disappointed about how he looks. And when I was watching the video about the origins of Galactus, a light bulb went off in my head, and I wanted to share it. But it's just a theory, an UCHURIUM theory. Thanks for watching. On a side note, the director of Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, said they were trying to hide him and save him for later movies. So they were just teasing him in that movie. But like I said, it's just a theory that I had. So take it or leave it, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.